Look around. Every girl you know has Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat. They're posting their coffee, their outfit, their thoughts, their entire existence online for validation. But there's a rare type of woman who doesn't play that game. She's not posting, she's not chasing likes, she's not performing for an audience. And if you think that makes her boring or antisocial, you're missing the entire point. Because I'm about to break down 6 truths about these women that will completely change how you see dating and relationships. Let's get into it. So what are the truths about women who stay off social media? Number 1, they have higher standards for themselves. These women aren't posting because they're too busy actually becoming someone worth being. They're not asking, do people think I'm impressive? They're asking, am I actually impressive? These women are reading, training, building real skills, learning languages, developing their mind and body. Their standard isn't external, it's internal. They're not competing with other women online. They're competing with who they were yesterday. And that level of self-accountability, that's what separates high-value women from everyone else. They don't need to prove they're working on themselves. They just are. That's real excellence, not performed excellence. Number 2, they're not competing with other women. Most girls are stuck in comparison mode. Who has better photos? Who got more likes? Who has the hotter boyfriend? Who looks better in a bikini? It's pointless. It's exhausting. Women who stay off social media, they're not playing that game. They're secure in their femininity. They know their value isn't relative to other women. They're not measuring themselves against Instagram models and filters and Facetune. They understand something most people never will. Your worth isn't determined by how you stack up against others. It's determined by how and who you are when no one's watching. And because they're not wasting mental energy on comparison, they have more energy for actual growth. For real relationships, for building a life that matters. Number 3, they invest their energy in real relationships. While other girls are maintaining 500 fake friends online, these women have 5 real ones. They're not spreading their energy thin across shallow connections. They're going deep with people who actually matter. They're not texting 20 other guys for attention. They're building something real with just one. They're not liking everyone's posts to stay relevant. They're showing up in real life for the people they actually care about. Quality over quantity. In friendships, in relationships, and everything. And here's what that means for you as a man. If a woman like this chooses you, she's all in. She's not keeping her options open online. She's not entertaining other guys in her DMs. She's focused. She's loyal. She's present. That's rare. That's valuable, bro. Number 4, they understand attention economics. These women get something most people don't. Attention is currency. And when you're constantly available online, constantly responding, constantly visible, your attention becomes cheap. They make their attention valuable by being selective about where they give it. They're not replying to every DM. They're not entertaining every guy who slides in. They're not accessible 24/7. And that scarcity creates value. When she gives you her time, her focus, her energy, it actually means something because she doesn't give it to everyone. Compare that to the girl who's always online, always available, always responding to everybody. Her attention is worthless because it's everywhere. These women understand the game and they're playing it at a higher level than most people even realize. Number 5, they're comfortable being alone. Most people can't sit with themselves for 5 minutes without scrolling, without distraction, without constant stimulation. They're terrified of being alone with their own thoughts. These women, they're not desperate for constant connection. They can be alone. They can stay alone without feeling lonely. They don't need validation every hour to feel okay about themselves. That's emotional maturity. That's the difference between a woman who needs you and a woman who chooses you. And trust me, you want to be chosen, not needed. Because a woman who's comfortable alone is a woman who's with you because she wants to be, not because she's afraid of being by herself. That's the foundation of a real relationship. Not codependency, not neediness, but 2 whole people choosing each other. Number 6, they're vetting you harder. Here's what most guys miss. Women who don't post are watching everything. They're not performing, so they're observing. And they're judging your character, your consistency, your actions, everything you say versus what you do. You can't impress them with surface level stuff. They don't care about your follower count. They don't care about your highlight reel. They see through the performance. They're looking at how you treat waiters, how you handle stress, whether you do what you say you're gonna do. Are you a man of your word? They're testing your integrity when no one's watching. And if you're not real, you're not the real deal, they're gonna see it real fast. So if you meet a woman like this, understand you're being evaluated at a completely different level. She's not easy to impress. And that's exactly why she's worth impressing. But let me be real with y'all for a second. I'm not saying every woman who posts online is fake or insecure. That's not the point. There are plenty of high value women who use social media and still have their life together. This isn't about bashing women who have Instagram or TikTok. This is about understanding that invisibility can be a power move In a world where everyone is expected to be their own brand, where you're supposed to document everything, where your worth is measured in likes and followers, choosing silence is strength. These women aren't antisocial, they're selective, they're intentional. They've outgrown the need to broadcast their life for validation from strangers who don't actually even give a damn about them. And in an era of constant noise, constant performance, constant fake connection, that silence is magnetic. So if you meet a woman who's invisible, pay attention. She's probably the realest person you're gonna ever meet. She's living life for herself, not for an audience. She's building something real, not something that looks good on the screen. And here's the thing, if you're a man who's serious about leveling up, about building a real relationship, about finding a woman who's actually high value and not just performing high value, these are the women you should be looking for. Not the girl with 10,000 followers, not the girl posting thirst traps for validation, but the woman who's so secure in herself that she doesn't need any of that. Real confidence doesn't need to be posted. Real value doesn't need to be proven. Real connection doesn't need to happen through a screen. It shouldn't happen through a screen. But that's it. That's enough for me. If y'all got a different perspective, let me know in the comments. Drop a like on this video. Subscribe. I'm gonna see y'all in the next one. Peace.